So, Jeff, I had you on almost over a year ago, actually. So, what's new with you? Obviously, convention is this week, but what are some of your new projects?
Holy cow, Anna! It's been really uh, interesting year. And we came back after Baltimore, and we were incredibly excited and motivated to continue to bring top new education and experiences to coaches, and really be even a better association to serve the game. And COVID hit. Um, I mean, we were really lucky to have the convention last year. I think it was 2 days after we got back that the first case was diagnosed in the United States, and then 2 months later, we're actually leaving the office and working from home. And we really had to shift and refocus how we serviced the association and all the members. So really challenged us. And one of them is the digital convention here. And it's been a labor of love, something that we only want to do once. It's pretty sad that we can't be in Anaheim right now, but hey, we adapt and adjust and change the game plan, and it's all we can do. And so far, so good here. But I think we've learned a lot over the last year on how we provide coaches education. I think it's a two-way street. I think we were able to adapt, but it's also the coaches were able to adapt and how they receive this information now too. So I think you'll see some things as we go into 2021 after this convention on how we continue to provide that education in different platforms, and how we transition back into hopefully the normalcy of what we can do, bringing coaching education and all the other things that the association provides. But really looking forward to Kansas City 2022.
What was your working at home experience like? I know I'm sitting here convention week with my window right
It,
in front of me, trying not to watch the cars go by.
right. Working at home was interesting because, as you know, I've been married. Well, you didn't probably know this, but I've been married for a long time, and my wife had to work from home. I've got 3 kids, and all of a sudden, they had to work from home and be at home. And it was hard to find space. Personal space was really um, at a premium. And one time I took a call from my garage. One time I took a staff meeting from my laundry room. We decided to do a little bit of a remodel in our house too. So that was challenging at times, and dogs barking and cats walking across my screen. And it was challenging, but I in a lot of ways, we were able to um, adapt, of course. The staff was challenged quite a bit, but it's it's been something that I'm used to now, obviously. So I went from about a 35 to 40 minute commute to basically a 35 to 40 step commute. So
Last year, I remember your family being very involved with convention. How is your family staying involved this year, virtual?
it's been hard. In fact, I think just mainly this year it's been support, knowing that there was a lot of challenges and a lot of days that I came home. I came, I walked across the living room, or I came upstairs, or I came downstairs, and just kind of still had thoughts running through my head and how to make this all work, and how do we uh, tell people what we're doing and how great it's going to be. And so it was really about support. I was able to lean on my wife, who's in technology, so she understands what's going on, and she kind of gave me uh, some warning signs and what to watch out for and how to solve some issues and those type of things, and maybe hopefully prevent some technology issues, and then lean on my teenage kids and that, and how to use technology to really bring the message across too. So it was a lot of gathering information from them and support. So it was pretty cool.
This year as well, how are you getting your steps in? I know last year you were always running around, and this year you're just sitting in front of a computer.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. So I actually, during this whole thing, a great stress relief was getting out and riding my bike. This was, obviously a challenging year for everybody, but we had some great weather, and I did about 1,400 miles this year on my bike. And a lot of that was thinking about this event. So I didn't feel bad if it was nice in the afternoon, taking, an hour and a half and going out and ripping off, 15 to 20 miles and thinking about this event. So this year, the steps, in the studio, I've done a lot. In fact, it's we're limiting the number of people that are in the studio here. So, I've had to take a little bit more of a bigger role on set changes and those type of things.
So what's the environment like in the studio with only a few people and being very different?
You want to see it?
Sure, go.
A little bit of so I'm actually sitting on set 3, which is just a little bit of a step and repeat. So bear with me. Hopefully I don't make people sick here, but I won't go too far. But this is set 2 right here. So product placement, right, with our partners Adidas and Quick Goal and Soccer.com, right? So and then we've right in the middle here, we've got all our cameras set up. I don't know if you can see all that. So there's 3 cameras. And then if we turn over here, they got the LED screens off here. We're doing that was Tyler. He's our main guy as far as the technical side. There's Erica. She better wave hi. So there's Erica. She's filling in a little bit for, we're doing a run through for the rehearsal for tomorrow, night's awards banquet. Oh, there's the LED screens. So now you can see those are roughly 15 foot high, and it's about 40 feet all the way across. We got Dean Linky, the master of ceremonies. I know he's going to be on your show here next Thursday, I think. He's hard at work. It takes him a little bit longer to, get through some information and things. Ian and Brian, Ian and Brian, they're talking about the next segment there. So you can see, here's a little bit, this is more of the lighting table and all that. You can see what's going on here on the screen. That's Emma and Denise Reddy. Their session's going on right now. And the lighting board. And then here's my work area, right? Me and Erica and Toby. So that's a little bit behind the scenes here. So, and then all the way across there, you'll see some lights back there. That's our green room and our meals. And we've got our customer service people out there answering questions. And it was very important that they're right here. So great communications. Let's see, in the far corner way above that, right back there is our control room. I can't take you back. I can take you back there, but my internet will probably cut out because I'm connected, right? So, but that's a little bit about the studio. And we're right here in Kansas City. It's an old bread factory, actually, but the HMX Live studio. They're our main production company at every convention. So they're great partners with us to make sure that we get this all executed appropriately. So it's pretty cool.
How long did it take to set up the full studio? Because that seems like a huge amount of work and technology too.
Well, they've kind of got this basic set. We're actually the first client that they've had in here. They just moved in here in October, November, and December. And so we're kind of their first event in 2021. So they've had this set up a little bit. And and built everything kind of around our set. They've got another group moving in this weekend for an event next week, and then they keep rolling after that. But I was here. We did obviously a number of visits here. It's literally 3 miles from our office, so that was pretty cool. But I've been here since Wednesday, and there was a few people that helped set up all this, and it was mainly me. One of our staff members went down with COVID, so they were supposed to help me, but he was able to stay at home and do a lot of the other stuff, the technology stuff and things, and work with the presenters and all that. But so anyway, I enjoy that stuff, and it was good teamwork here. So, but I've been here since Wednesday, so I feel like I know every inch of this building. So.
How long was the preparation, just preparing for the convention as a whole, like getting presenters lined up and figuring out how to do it all online?
Well, we took, and I'll take it back to February. We went on a site visit to Anaheim, and we did a bunch of work there to, at that time we were still having the convention, right, in Anaheim. So we kind of knew the layout where everything was going to start to happen. We did all of our designs, and we started really working where the registration was going to be and exhibits in the fields and all of that, how we were going to utilize all the space. Started building our diagrams and floor plans and all of that stuff. And so then when COVID hit, we're kind of started to really get scared about having our in-person event. And so in April, we really started looking into really looking into, oh my gosh, what happens if we have to go digital? And so we started planning 2 events at the same time. And we really had, as far as the in-person event goes, we had about 80% of the program done. And that's, total of a little over 200 sessions. We had all our diagrams, all of that, how we were going to utilize all the space and all that stuff done. And then we had to shift into the digital world. And it wasn't, we kind of knew what we were going to do because we did want to have some aspects of the digital convention alongside the in-person. That was one of our goals for Anaheim. So we kind of were doing a lot of research and started going down that path. So when May hit, we were really pushing our sleeves up and looking in, researching all the digital platforms and how could we do this and how would we do this. May and June really hit. We made the decision in June to go to all digital. And after about 10 days of depression of not having an in-person event, we really pushed our sleeves up and said, okay, we can't do anything about it. We've got to be able to put an unbelievable event together. And I think we've achieved that. So it really pushed our staff to kind of learn new skills. And it really was an opportunity for us to lean on some of our relationships. And I can't say enough for our partners, with Adidas and soccer.com and Quick Goal and some of the other partners like Beyond Pulse. They were like, okay, what can we do? How can we make this successful? And once we made the decision, everybody got on board and really said, all right, let's blow everybody out of the water with expectations. So I think we've done that after day 1, but there's a few more days left, so we'll keep rolling.
What is one thing you were most looking forward to for this week?
I think exceeding expectations. I knew once people got into Pathable, which is our platform, and really took some time to figure out how to utilize the event, and they figure out that it's just not another bunch of Zoom calls, right? I think people, and seeing yesterday the comments and seeing the interactions and seeing people saying, "Oh my gosh, this has blown away my expectations," and that I think that was really rewarding. I knew that was going to happen. You just kind of have to wait till um, we had to wait till yesterday to make, for people to experience that. So that was my biggest anticipation. Um, I think what we're doing with the live show with Dean and Ian and Brian the last two, today and yesterday has been great. I think it's been a great addition. Look forward to working with Julio and Nicole the rest of the week, and it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for joining me for this short little check-in.
It's always a pleasure. I appreciate what you're doing, and you're doing an unbelievable job, and what you're doing to keep the game beautiful is amazing. So we keep looking forward to some great things from Anna Turi. So appreciate everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
All right.